Hi guys, good morning. We're getting to the end of the course, so this will be one of the last videos. I think I might do one next Monday, and then that might be it. So I thought I'd just today go over final stuff again, EQAO exam and culminating. I just want to talk about that again, and hopefully you've wrapped up the geometry in it. And I also want to talk about marks. So that's the plan. Okay, so I still have to get caught up on the mark sheet. I'm mostly caught up in marking, but you know, people do stuff every day, so yeah, it's hard. Okay, so we should be done the course by now, but I know a lot of people aren't. So if you check on the calendar here, culminating tasks due next week, and that's basically all that's going on. So let's bring up a calendar. All right, we are at June 10th. So a bunch of you wrote the EQAO on, someone wrote on June 5th, and a bunch of people wrote on June 6th. I know there are more people, lots of people writing this week for their EQAO, and maybe one or two people writing on the 17th and 18th. The EQAO has to be done by the 18th, though, according to the ministry. And then our final exam is most likely going on next week for you. There's like a week-long period. Some people are waiting till the next week, the 24th, to write it, and I think we have one person writing it maybe like late this week, just based on like school trips, events, other exams, whatever. So that's the plan. So let me take you through kind of just the final stuff. So hidden down in here some, oh gosh, the Goose Chase game. Okay, I got to check that today. So Goose Chase game is going on. It's been launched. This is the game code and the password if you want to play. There's a prize, which I still haven't figured it out yet, but I got to get something good. So more on that. Maybe I could get someone here to 3D print a goose trophy. Okay, anyways, we'll get that figured out. So I got to go in and check. I'm going to also, the game ends today. I was going to add a challenging question, but he didn't. Now it's probably too late. So we'll just go as is. So we'll see who the winner is. Also, there was like an extra EQAO practice thing that I randomly posted down here. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here. I guess I should copy this link. I'm going to edit message. I wonder if I can like, oh, cancel that. Let's click on this link. Here we go. So there's some extra EQAO practice if you still need to do it. I just forgot, I was going to post that somewhere else, but oh well. Anyways, if you still haven't written EQAO and you want some more practice, there's some down here. Also, there's a whole video on EQAO stuff. Okay, back to the course. Okay, so let's go into the content. So hopefully you're done units 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If not, get that stuff in ASAP. Unit 5, there's just the only things that you really need to do for Unit 5 are the interior angles assignment and the final assignment, which is a test online. There was practice questions in the reviewing angles section, but they weren't required, so they're just for practice. I'll just show you quickly. So in the reviewing angles section, at the end, there was practice questions, but I also put the answers if you just want to check your own. And then there's an interior angles assignment that has like 3 questions to try. And then the final test, which I have marked, and I have to make sure your feedback is visible, so you can go check that. Okay, then the culminating. So if you go to the module that's called culminating task and final exam, then you can find your culminating assignment here. And it should open, it's PDF, and there's a word, but anyway. So there's like a question from each section, and each question's worth 4 marks. So you need to show me some work. So there's the Pirates Playground, which is a triangle, and the side lengths of the triangle are an expression. And you know that the total perimeter is 34 meters. So you have to figure out the length of each side of the triangle. So don't just figure out what x equals, actually figure out each side length. A tale of 2 lines. So you want to do this question by comparing slopes. And it says hints. Include information about steepness, direction, and whether the lines are parallel and perpendicular or neither. Working out. So this one has a table of values, graph, and an equation. So you have to come up with all three things for this situation. There's a measurement question, which is like a trapezoid and a semicircle, and you have to find the area of the shaded region. And then there's a geometry task, which involves finding the angles of, well, actually the sum of the angles in the corners of that star. And you have to justify using geometric properties. So even if you just show me your calculations, that would be great. Okay, so that's the culminating, and we want to try to get the culminating done by, let me just make sure I don't mess up the date, the 13th. So that's this Thursday. So if you can, try to get the culminating done by this Thursday. And that's just because then the exam starts. So we'd like to get the culminating out of the way before the exam. Okay, and then more stuff to show you in the content, in case you haven't already watched these videos where I showed you this already a bunch of times. The other thing that's in this module is the final exam. Right now it's hidden. Actually, I'll unhide it right now. Let's clear the dates for that. Okay, so it's available, but you can't write it without having a teacher proctor it, and it is password protected. I have to edit these dates, but anyways, it's, oh no, I don't, that's correct. So yeah, you can write the final exam. You've already gotten, every teacher's been contacted, and they should have contacted you with the date that you're writing. But if you're not sure, then just check with me and I can find out for you. There's a link to the final exam, and it is password protected, like I said. So the teacher that's proctoring your exam will have the password that they can enter. And during the exam, you're only allowed to use the formula sheet that you were given on EQAO, which is the measurement formula sheet. So it's this formula sheet right here. So you can see it just has perimeter, area, surface area, and volume formulas. That's all you get for the exam. Everything else has to be in your brain. Okay, so more stuff, more modules. There's a review for the EQAO and final exam module, so feel free to do the review booklet. Like this guy right here, try all these questions and there's answers. There's review videos that you can watch. There's EQAO practice stuff that you can do for practice for the exam too. I think that's it. Yeah. If anyone needs any more things, like if you're like, oh, I don't feel good about something, let me know. And we can get some more practice stuff for you. More practice things that are good are to go over past assignments too, and just like look over them and like not just look over them, but try the questions again. So for the Dropbox, just make sure you're caught up by going into the Dropbox and make sure you've handed in something for everything. For geometry, just to say this one more time, the practice angle questions aren't required. So only 11 people have handed them in, and they're not, like the answers are posted, so you don't have to hand them in. But you do need to hand in the interior angles assignment and do the test. Okay, so that's the plan. For your marks, okay, close your eyes right now. Do not look. Okay. There you go. For your marks, I highlighted the cells that are your overall marks for each strand. So algebra, linear relations, analytic geometry. And today I'm going to try to figure out this overall mark for measurement and geometry, which is the final strand in the course. So try to make sure you're done the measurement tests and geometry tests. That's where the majority of your marks are coming from. And then I will update these overall marks. Then if you keep scrolling along, you'll see I've entered in the EQAO marks. So if you wrote it with me on June 6th, then I've marked your multiple choice and the open response from each booklet. But before you email me and say, what did I get on EQAO? I do not know yet. So I have to still figure out, everything's not counted. So I have to figure out exactly what you're going to get. So the open response will be worth more marks than the multiple choice. And then we'll probably just take kind of like a question from each strand. So there's like, it's got a heavy emphasis on linear relations and analytic geometry, so they might not all be counted. Awesome. So email me if you guys have any questions, and do the goose chase thing if you feel like it. Let me check in on the discussion board. Remember in the discussions I was saying there's, in the class lounge area, there's like a final exam and EQAO prep thing, which no one's used. If you feel like sharing any exam studies, strategies, etc., You can post it in this area, or if you created anything that you want to share with people, feel free to put it in there. Okay, actually, one more super important thing. Anyone that's planning on taking, you know what, let me just type this out here. So I don't know how else to say this. Anyone that's planning on taking MPM 2D, so that's the grade 10 academic enriched course. So if you are planning on taking the enriched course next year, I was talking to a teacher at Westdale, and they were saying they actually taught a couple grade 10 concepts to prepare people. So that's not a requirement of the enriched course. So that's not like every school does that. So it's very inconsistent. So for anyone that is thinking about taking grade 10 enriched next year in high school, I am going to add an enriched module right now. Let's do this live because I want to fill you. I don't want you to miss out. So let's call this new unit grade 9 enriched. Actually, no, let's call it grade 10 enriched prep. So this, oh my gosh, this is a module for anyone planning on taking the grade 10 academic enriched math class. I'm in a little trouble there. Okay, so we got grade 10 enriched prep. I have like so much stuff in here, so I'll just put that. No, I don't want to put it up there. Okay. Can you? Is everyone watching this right now? It's like so hard to move these things around. I swear it's not me. Okay, so I'll put that at the end of the modules. And what I'm going to add is just a series of videos that show you how, like, just show you some grade 10 concepts that the other schools have taught their grade 9s. So that way you're not behind at all. And if you like these videos and you don't have time to do it now and you think, maybe I'll do it during the summer. Well, like I was saying to my class, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. That's right. You can find me. I don't even know how to find people, but Laura Schmidt, is that my YouTube, like, is that the title? I don't know. Can you change the title of your YouTube video account? I do not know. So anyways, I have playlists in my channel on, like, for example, our e-learning class has 63 videos in it. Then I also have different classes. So I have a lot of grade 11 and grade 12 videos, but I'm going to start, that's where I'll be posting the grade 10 enriched prep videos in a playlist on my channel. So if you're thinking, oh, I don't have time till the summer, guess what? You can still access it. Just saying. Okay. Maybe that's the last time I'll mention that. All right, guys. Anyways, have a great week and let me know how I can help.